Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, sige. So, okay, good evening, accounting people. So, hindi tayo makakapag-start ng 7:15 kasi, ayan, for some reason. But anyway, so, before we start, mag-quick prayer lang ako or anyone kung sinong volunteer. So, yeah, so sige, let's bow our head. Lord, thank you for this webinar. And, and thankful to Sis Lorenz for saying yes, unity na magturo ng interview tips for us. And I hope after this webinar, they will have knowledge and value na makuha of the sharing. And again, please this community, please bless this event for tonight, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, okay. So simulan na natin agad. Start tayo ng saktong 7 p.m. accounting people. So ayan, wala akong pake kahit nasa labas ako ang ingay ko. But anyway, ang ating guest speaker for tonight is isa sa top 100 on LinkedIn, just so you know. And I'm so thankful na nag-say yes na agad sa atin. So, siguro magbibigay na lang siya ng konting background who she is. But isa sa top 57. So again, thank you Sis Lorenz. So maybe you can introduce more about yourself, kung sino ka at anong mapipigay mo sa community.
All right. So thank you so much, Yan din for the invite. So it's been a while since I did a session like this with an audience as big as this. Normally, ang kausap ko ay mga hiring managers. So how do they conduct the interviews? And I think it's also a good avenue right now na I get to speak with you guys who's also on the other side of the table, who's answering the interview questions from those hiring managers. So, ayan. Hold on. So, all of the, everybody can see my screen. I hope you guys can react using thumbs up if you can. And then, I think we're good to go. Sige. Ayan. So, before we begin, of course, I'd like to introduce myself. Everybody calls me Lo. My full name is Lawrence Amy Mutia. I'm a talent acquisition expert with 11 years of experience. So from the time I graduated in 2012, I already started recruitment. So I started recruitment in the BPO sector. And then I moved to IT. So in that IT company, I also hired for you guys, for finance folks. And I normally build teams for that IT software company. I also used to hire for sales, and then I moved to property technology. So all around, real estate, property technology, I used to also hire. And then after that, yung last recruiting gig ko was in a global pharma company. So my hires are not based here in the Philippines, but I'm here. So yung hiring manager ko and the hires are based in another country, pero nandito ako processing their application. So after that, briefly, I decided na I wanted to move to a very different field, which is project management. So right now, um, I still love career matchmaking. So don't get me wrong. I still do interview coaching. I also do resume writing. I also do salary negotiations. I help my clients who are applicants find their dream jobs and ensure that their resume is attractive to their prospect employers and preparing for interviews, etc. So I do offer those kinds of services. Pero by day or by afternoon, I start my gig for one of the largest employers in the country. So we do have 100,000 employees across the country as the only person dedicated to do project management for talent acquisition. So that's my core. So my focus is really managing projects for recruitment. So I never left naman talent acquisition. So let's begin. So as we all know, interviews are very nerve-wracking. I myself, I've attended countless interviews, maraming learning experience as we go by. Actually, one of the most unforgettable interviews that I had was my interview with my first recruitment job. Kasi back then, I nearly failed the interview kasi I told the interviewer na gusto kong mag-abogado back then. At that time, kailangan I am ready to work on a Saturday. Kasi ang recruitment namin, Monday to Saturday, kung kailangan. So sabi ko, Saturdays, ready naman ako. So muntik na akong bumagsak because of that. But I think it was God's plan na, okay, I get to join that company. I got great bosses and that progressed to my recruiting career. So as I went along the way, and of course, while interviewing thousands of applicants, here's what I have in terms of interviewing tips, no? Um, so the first one, research about the client and the company. So ito yung, I think, pinaka-importante and some people tend to overlook. Just because you have an interview, you wanted to just focus on who you are and what value can you bring into the company. Pero you also need to remember that kailangan din nating tingnan kung sino ba yung kumpanya. Sino ba yung kliyente natin? Are the values of the company aligned with our values? Kasi right now, employers more than ever and candidates are also looking for the right fit between them and their candidates and for us to also with our employers. So, if you know na, okay, I have to join the interview, ano ba yung kailangan ko malaman about the company, how the company makes money, if you know that, what are their products, what are their services that they offer, or what does your client offer from a service standpoint or product standpoint, that would be very helpful. Kasi at least plus point, you get to position yourself because you need to highlight your unique selling proposition. So, ano ba yung unique selling proposition? What can I bring into the table na hindi mabibring in ng mga ibang candidate? So, that's one. So, sampalan ko kayo. Ako, in my case, one thing that I normally highlight during the interviews is that I don't only do recruitment. I'm also doing employer branding. I also do training. I also do talent mapping. I also do sourcing and consulting. So dun pa lang, it's like a one-stop shop na for an entire talent acquisition process that I get to highlight for hiring managers. And one of these is, for example, ikaw, company ka, gusto mong um, mag-build ng team dito sa Philippines, pero you don't know how. So normally, given the experience that I have, I highlight that. Since I do talent mapping, salary benchmarking, so ito yung dinadala kong experience to you. So let's talk about it. And if it's a fit, then we're good. So for you guys, you have to also step back and evaluate. Ano ba yung pwede kong ma-bring in? One thing that I can also recommend, ako kasi, I scout for the actual recruiters within that team. For example, mag-a-apply ako sa Concentrics. Although I'm part of the company na. So, tinitingnan ko, meron ba yung TA project manager na kagaya ko doon? And ano yung profile niya? And then from there, pwede kong i-tailor fit na, this is something na hindi ko nakita sa resume niya, pero meron ako. Although she's not my competitor, pero yung add value ko that I bring in, that's also something that I'd like to highlight during the interview. So yung mga ganun. Of course, discuss your experience, whether it be freelance, whether it be corporate, just because you have to highlight those to see if it's a fit with you and the company that you're looking for. It's pretty much straightforward. During the first few minutes of the interview, ako based on experience, alam ko na agad kung papasa or babagsak yung candidate based on how they discuss their experiences, how they answer the question. Doon pa lang at least first 3 to 4 questions. And be prepared to discuss rates and contracts. So ito, I think this is one of the hot topics when it comes to interviews. Just because kasi tayo mga Pinoy, we tend to be very shy when it comes to negotiating. And I think that's already changing kasi we know stories na candidates asking for this during the initial interview pa lang. And I think that's a good practice. I mean, as an HR, we have to also understand that it's a candidate-driven market. Of course, there are some industries, for example, IT, finance shared services, human resources. May mga roles kasi na si candidate talaga, yung galaw ng candidate sa market is very fast and we wanted to ensure that we get the right candidate for the position. So ako, as a recruiter, I don't really shy away from discussing kung magkano yung expected salary ng candidate. And then from there, we discuss, manage the expectation. Kasi I don't want to have the candidate go through the entirety of the process only to find out during the job offer na ay hindi ito yung initial niyang asking. So the topic of negotiation will also come into play, but that's another story. But at the end of the day, at least as early as the initial interview, nakapag-usap kayo na, ito yung asking ko. And this is something na and you have to also understand kailan ba kailangan yung role, bakit siya open, bakit ano ba yung performance, how do you measure the performance of this particular role? Kasi at the end of the day, that's where you also position yourself during the interview. Update your portfolio. If you need to share that, please do ensure that you update it. I myself, I'm doing my resume updates at least every 6 months if I'm employed. So I make it a point na, for example, I want to float it around. I do a generic resume, pero if I have a company that I want to target, I highlight that. I highlight yung kung ano yung nasa JD nila, pinapagtama ko siya. So that's one tip. Prepare for common questions. Ano ba yung common questions? Tell me something about yourself. Why did you leave your previous employer? How soon can you start? How much is your expected salary? Can you explain to me ba ano yung mga process na hinahawakan mo sa previous roles mo and your current role? So those kinds of things you get to practice. Ako as time went by, parang kapag nag-i-interview ako, it's like clockwork that I do na okay, do you want me to discuss it from the time that I graduated to my recent role or pabaligtad? And I think that's a good opportunity for you as well na naka-practice ka na and you're ready for the interview. Hindi naman kasi masama din na mag no, mag ako, I myself, back then, siguro ng mga recruiter level pa lang ako, every once in a while, nag-a-apply ako sa kumpanya just to practice how to do interviews or how to answer interview questions pa. And yun, it also opened some doors for me, although hindi nga nag-align yung goal ko. And of course, I use it for market intel din kasi as a recruiter. Demonstrate your communication skills. I think this is something naman na everyone knows, of course. If the interview is in English, you need to answer in English as much as you can. If the interview is in Tagalog, please answer in Tagalog or pwedeng Taglish. Ako, based on experience, I normally do it in English just because majority of the companies that I work with are global companies. But there are some calls that I had to do na tinatagalog ko na just because, of course, we wanted to convey the message. And I think that's okay. Of course, there are some roles talaga that are heavy in communication skills requirement, especially if you're supporting shared services wherein you had to speak English all throughout your 8-hour shift kung kailangan, and you have to also do emails in English, or even, of course, our usual IT BPM sector roles. So adaptability and flexibility. Of course, understanding the role. That's also the reason why you have to research with the client and the company. Ano ba yung pwede kong negotiable sa akin? For example, ako ba ay kailangan pag night shift sa position na to? Of course, you have to adapt if you wanted to apply for the role. Or paano yung situation na sabihin sa'yo na, oh, we need you to be on Australian working hours. So you have to be also aware and you have to also adapt kasi that's very early morning. Paano naman yung flexibility? Shifting yung schedule. Or for example, night shift ka pero Pacific Standard Time. So that's very late. That's very, very late in the US time zone. So of course, you have to be ready. And you can also ask the questions naman to your hiring manager or the HR who will do the interview with you and ensure na, this is something that aligns with me and I can be adaptable and flexible in terms of the demands of the role. So guys, always remember that interviews are a two-way street. It's not just the company knowing you. It's also the time to get to know the company better or the client better. understand project requirements. Of course, as freelancers, we have to understand na ito yung demand ng project, ano ba yung in scope and out of scope ng project, just because we wanted to ensure that what we are doing is aligned. Mamaya, especially, there are some, let's face it, there are some talaga na parang out of scope, but at the end of the day, everything should be documented with an understanding na ito yung kailangan namin from you as a freelancer on this particular project. So, it's a good thing we're gonna end a little bit early because this is my last tip. I get to answer any questions that you guys have. So follow up after the interview. This is one thing na very helpful in such a way just because it shows that you're very interested in the position. So ako, one best practices that I can share with you during the interviews with companies na, di ba, syempre nga two-way street yung interview. I really like, I normally do, mag-email ako dun sa nag-interview sa akin na, hello, thank you for interviewing me, for taking the time to get to know my qualifications and skills. Tapos, please let me know if may questions ka. So, you can easily find like a sample template of those on Google. Pero if you want to like be, pretty straightforward, depende sa personality mo, you can do that. So, ako kasi, I normally network through LinkedIn. So, dun ko sinesend, kahit dun sa hiring manager. So, para I get to know the company, which is something that I like, and I'm very excited with the prospect of joining you guys. So yung mga ganun. And it would be ideal to send it 24 to 48 hours after your interview because it will give you a good impression dun sa nag-interview sa'yo. Okay. So that pretty much wraps it. I hope you guys, you can take a screenshot. That's perfectly fine. I think the good thing, since we ended a little early, is that I get to answer questions. I'm not sure if how would we want to facilitate this. So I think whoever na lang who gets to raise their hands so that I can see it here. Okay. So I can see Cams. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Miss. My question is regarding the follow-up after the interview. Usually, during the interview, I mean, after the interview, usually the interviewer asks if there's something I want to know about the companies and all, and all other things. What's the usually follow-up questions I can ask? Kasi on my end, I usually ask like, what's next after this? Um, yeah, that's the usual question I always ask.
Okay. Thank you, Cam. So, in terms of the question ako, based on experience, what I normally ask is, yun nga, why is the role open? Although this is a part of the interview pa, why is the role open? Are you replacing someone or is this a new role? Aside from that, how will my performance be measured? Ano yung timeline? Kailan nyo kailangan itong taong to? Because you would need to see from there na urgently needed siya. So, kung mabilis yung turnaround sa'yo ng recruiter, it shows that you are in a good standing dun sa application mo. But of course, if not, we all know that. But at least it gives you that kind of, not really an assurance, at least manage your expectation na okay, I need to wait for at least 2 to 3 weeks to hear from them. And yun.
Thank you.
All right. Sige.
Guys,
So,
question. Habang nandito pa si Miss Lorentz, and hanggang 7:30 lang siya, guys. So, maximize her time. Anyone who wants to volunteer?
Hi, Kay. Kay Javier.
Okay.
Hi,
Sige, proceed. Who wants?
I can see Kay her hand.
Sige pa, unmute po kayo, guys. Unmute
Hello?
po.
Hi.
Miss Lo. Yes. Question ko is, for the number 3, diba? Yung discuss your freelance experience.
Yep.
Ano yung mabibigay mong tip how to ace the interview for us newbies or yung mga housewife or stay-at-home moms na matagal nang out of work or no experience at all because of motherhood? So parang how would we present ourselves during interview? Ano yung pwede namin i-highlight?
what I would suggest is for you to visit yung job description nung opening and assess if this is something that you've done before. Kasi there are roles naman that's made of transferable skills. Hindi lang siya, ay, hindi ko pa siya nagawa before. Pero how they described it, it's like, okay, it's a part of my day-to-day job right now, for example. So, or it's a part of my activities before when I was in the market or when I was still in the workforce X number of years ago. So you have to review the job description thoroughly and then from there understand ano ba yung skills na meron ako before and ano yung tools na familiar ako before because it gets me up to speed into where we're at dun sa interview. So I think yun yung isa. In terms of like if you're out of the workforce for the longest time, to be honest with you, I haven't had that kind of experience, no? Pero it's really more of understanding talaga what the role is about and what skills can you bring in. So, yun nga, to cap it off, just read your job description, ask questions during the interview, and show interest during the interview if you really want to push through with the role itself.
Alright, thank you.
Okay ba? Nasagot ba yon yung mga laging limiting beliefs ng matagal ng walang experience? Kasi yan yung most commonly question eh. Newbie ako, wala akong experience. I don't think so na wala kayong experience. Tama ba sis? It so happen na stuff,
Yeah.
but you have the skills.
Yeah, I was hired without an experience. So when I was a fresh grad, the requirement of a recruiter one dun sa unang BPO na pinasukan ko is at least 1 year BPO experience. So what I did is I told them, which I also did naman ng college, oh, I used to recruit yearly dun sa student publication, pero yearly lang yun. And it helped me get that job because I understand how to do interviews and how to select candidates. So it may be something na ginawa mo na before, pero hindi mo alam it may be something that's applicable to what you're applying to.
Yes, ang ganda nun. Yan, sana clear sa mga nag-a-apply kasi yun yung lagi nilang ano. So, ang ginagawa kasi ng iba, since walang experience is, yun nga, ang daming kukuning course, okay naman yun, pero syempre yung understanding talaga sa jobs ang importante. Sige, question pa before mag-leave si Lawrence.
Hello,
Crystal.
Miss Lo.
Yep, sorry, I can see here Lou.
Lou and Crystal.
Yep.
Hello po. Hello Ma'am Lawrence. Hello Coach Yan. Ayun, actually two things po yung gusto ko itanong. Una po yung sa during interview and the other one is na onboarded ka na. I mean, yung meron mga negotiations with the client. So
Okay.
first po, dun sa during interview, parang andun naman yung hope na parang basa mo na okay ka na. Sasabihin naman nila sa'yo, di ba, na, you're a good fit, you are very qualified, mga ganyan po, di ba? Tapos, wait for this number of days, ganito, pipinbakan kita, ganyan. So, I follow up naman po. I mean, I send a follow up or call them after that day nang binigay niya. Tapos, sabi na naman is, we're still under, parang ini-evaluate pa yung profile ko, ganyan. So, I think tatlong interview ako na gano'n. And then tatlong beses din na gano'n yung ginawa nila na parang under process, ganyan. So I don't really know na kung anong gagawin beyond that kasi parang it's almost a month na din yung waiting time from the time na na-interview ka. So yun, parang dead end na ako after that.
What I would suggest kapag ganyan, if hindi na nagre-respond, ako of course, I'm in the industry, I move on. Para siyang I start applying as well with other companies. Or if nagko-continuously ako magpa-interview just because alam ko sa sarili ko na hindi lang naman sila yung company. Just like how they take a look at hindi lang naman ikaw yung candidate. I mean, it's a two-way street. So, if the candidate or if your recruiter is ghosting you already, let's face it, it shows more of the employer or who they are as a company because that's a company representative. Kung sino ba sila, instead of you, at least you know from the very start na, ganun yung makakatrabaho ko. Diba? Although this person is from a different department.
Okay. So move on na. And then another question po, wait lang. Yung during na po onboarded na. Sorry naman. Kasi parang onboarded na, tapos parang initially ganito yung naging setup, ganyan. Tapos nakita nila yung I mean, syempre, di ba, normally naman talaga pag interview, makikita yung potential mo na ganito yung position mo. Pero along the process, parang nakita nila, oh, you are good fit for another role, something like that. Or better, additional role, something like that. Pero paano mo sasabihin yung parang, yung sa, syempre po, di ba, tumaas yung trabaho mo, so dapat may corresponding value po yun sa atin, di ba? Yun. So, paano po siya sasabihin kay client na or hihingin, parang gano'n, yung ano mo, yung beneficial naman po sa side natin as
So, what I would do kapag ganyan, I do my job first at some point. Sorry. I do my job first. Ano ba yung what is being asked of me originally? I shine there. Tapos, doon ako hihingi ng appraisal kapag alam ko na i-execute ko na siya. Kasi, let's face it, no, you're hiring eh. You are getting to know the employee in the next couple of months. So, if you demand right there and then na gusto ko to kasi may additional work ang pinapagawa, as an applicant, if they are demanding me to do an additional work, sorry ha, this is just from my end. This is somewhat of course, from my view. Ano, I do it first, and then come the 6-month period. Okay, this is what I did. This is what I have to show for. So, what are you gonna do about it? And at the end of the day, kung you are in a better position kasi if you know that you can do the job already instead of thinking about additional work siya, additional pera. So, I may be wrong, but for me, that's how I work, that's how I operate, and I have successfully negotiated salary increases because of that kind of mindset and because of that kind of thinking.
Okay po. Noted po. Thank you so much. At least na-confirm po na yung nasa isip ko is tama na parang ano mo na, do our part mo na. Okay.
All right.
Thank you po.
Gilbert, Agnes.
Hello,
Gilbert.
hello,
Hi.
good evening, Miss
Hello.
Lorenzs po. Bali, ito po, parang bisa sa experience. What if nakapasa ka na po sa lahat, then nagpa-follow up may agency, pa-follow up siya if goods ka doon sa work na in-offer nila. Then, you ask your happy rate. So, syempre, yung happy rate mo, yung market value, without knowing yung workload. Then, this agency po, nilolowball niya pa yung happy rate mo. And when I meet the client and medyo tedious talaga yung workload, paano po nane-negotiate pa yan?
The question is, do you really want to work with that client na ang dami na agad dinedemand with that kind of lowballing?
Yes po,
Kasi,
sorry to interrupt.
go ahead.
Ayan, yes po, okay naman siya sa akin. I mean, I can manage naman yung workload. Pero, siguro, kasi nagkaroon kami ng 2 weeks na waiting time para dun sa compensation side. Yun lang yung medyo off.
Yeah, I think it really boils down to think about and reflect, ito ba yung company na gusto mo mapagtrabahuan or client na you wanna work with? Kasi if they are already lowballing you, and it's not at par with the market. Pero of course, this is with the assumption that you know your market value in comparison to what's outside. Kasi if the amount is something that you just dictate from your end without any reason or without any research, of course, iba yon, ibang usapan. Pero if this is aligned with the market rate, you get to present facts to the person saying na, eto na yung market rate, and this is what the market is dictating in terms of these kinds of salary, in terms of these kinds of workload.
Yes.
Okay.
Ayun din po yung medyo struggle.
So if you
Based on
have
that,
like job portals view, I'm pretty sure you have access to Jobstreet, to Upwork. I'm not sure what Upwork is called now. You can browse kasi mga job openings doon that's similar to what applying for, and alam mo na siya eh.
yes
So,
po.
yun. Okay,
Pwedeng
so
gawing as basis yun na madam.
yes.
Oh.
I do have, sorry, Joven, I can cater to your question. Go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. Naririnig po ba ako?
Yep, I can.
Hello po. tatanong ko lang po sana kasi about po sa Upwork, yung mga prospect clients po dun, pagka halimbawa nag-submit ako ng application, tapos ang mini-message lang po nila ako na very simple lang po yung mga message like kagaya ng isa, nagtatanong ang how are you, tapos yung iba naman, ito, I would like to find your familiarity with this offer. Yung mga ganun-ganun lang po kasi yung tanong. Parang iba po kasi sa masyado magtanong compared sa mga HR po na nag-recruit, ganun. So, ano po
Um,
dapat ba yung pagsagot sa mga ganun? Parang simple lang din po ba dapat
yeah.
yung pagsagot?
So, what is the tone of the message? You have to just give it back. So, meron kasi, let's face it, na hindi naman lahat na nasa Upwork ay actual recruiter yung una mo makakausap. So, we have to also help them understand na we match just the tone in the most professional way. So, yeah.
Okay. No.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So I have room for I'm sorry, I do have a hard stop at 7:30. Pero team, I do have this. So please connect with me on LinkedIn if you have LinkedIn.
Yes, please. Paki-follow si Miss Lorenzs. Ayun yung name niya sa LinkedIn. So, madali niyo naman siya makita. I can post yung link kung sa top 100. So, madali siyang makita sa LinkedIn. Paki-connect sa kanya. And then, dyan pa, before mag-leave si Lorenzs, can we share screen po? Sis, may screen, may bibigay lang kami sa'yo, madali lang.
Sure. Sorry.
Alam mo, madali ko.
Talagang
Oo, kasi
nagmadali
yung
na ako,
natin
diba?
ng oras. So, sorry. Pero, napaka-valuable na mga shinare mo. So, I think we can have another, hi Yan. Hi Lawrence. See you on Saturday. But anyway, dyan pa share po ng screen. Yeah, so I would like to give the certificate of appreciation presented with sincere gratitude to Lorenz Aimee DM Mucha, CHRP. Medyo malabo ang mata ko, guys. Yan. So in recognition of your insightful and impactful presentation on the webinar on how to nail the interview given this 25th of January 2024 via Zoom, would like to say thank you on behalf of Accounting People's admin and coaches. Thank you so much, sis. I know nagmamadali ka, but you're able to give value to us. So ayan. So maybe we could have another row na lang, short na lang sa mga susunod. Nabitin sila. Or, ayan. So, maybe magkakuha na lang kami ng feedback form. Tapos, kung may naiwan kaming questions, we could do another round na lang siguro. What do you think, sis? At least one round, 30 minutes ulit for Q&A na lang. Or busy ka na?
Go ahead. Go lang.
Sige. Ayan. Kasi may meeting. Ay, picture na lang before we leave. Tapos, para may souvenir. Ang daming umaten na, 161. Admin, pasuyo po ako. Picture. Ayan.
Can you share it with me?
Yeah, sure. Nasend ko na sa'yo, sis. Tapos, ayan, picture na lang po. Smile na lang kayo dyan. Bibigyan natin kay sis Lorenzs.
Thank you,
Tatawa
guys.
lang ako, guys, Sino kayo nagpipicture? Nagpipicture ba? Hindi ko na alam. Sana may nagpipicture.
Meron po.
Ayan.
1, 2, 3, smile.
Yan. So, I think, sabi mo lang kung mag-leave ka na. Kasi may isa pa nagtataas ng kamay. So, ewan ko lang kung abot pa.
Sorry, I have to go. Actually, 3 minutes over na. But thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
If there are questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you. So, ayan. Sige. Thank you so much. So, ayan. Guys, pasensya na kasi sobrang hectic ng schedule na squeeze lang niya. But sana may natutunan kayo, lalo dun sa mga itanong. Si Crystalline umabot eh. So, yun yung sabi niya doon is kapag merong experience yun, pwede nyo i-highlight kahit wala kayong experience. Sabihin nyo na lang yung mga previous jobs nyo. So, kung di man, maghanap kayo ng work na malapit dun sa ginagawa nyo ngayon para hindi mukhang napipilitan lang. Clear ba yon? Diba? Kung APAR muna kayo, doon muna kayo mag-start. Huwag muna kayo mag-bookkeeper. Kasi meron namang job sa LinkedIn or sa Upwork na AR lang, AP lang. Start from somewhere na malapit doon sa industriyang ginagawa nyo para hindi kayo mahirapan. Kasi kaya kayo na-overwhelm nga is bookkeeper, accountant, senior accountant, tax preparer agad, hindi talaga kayo mag-fit doon. Tama ba? You can start nga sa data entry kung gusto niyo lang talagang masimulan paano mag-work remotely para maramdaman niyo yung may pina-follow na boss, ano yung setup, ano yung mga project management tools, paano ba mag-report sa kanila. And kung gusto niyo lang talaga magka-work, i-try niyo rin kahit anong industries or job. Clear ba tayo, guys? So, ayan. Any questions? So, mabilis lang. And then, last day na po ngayon ng AU. Para po sa inyong kaalaman, to close na po namin ang aming feedback, ano ba yun? Registration form tonight, 12 noon. And yung mga nag-enroll po, isisend na lang po namin yung link before Saturday. 1 to 5 p.m. po yon. And then, sa Saturday, 8 a.m., open naman yung Zoom. Paabangan yung Zoom na ikakalat ko. Kahit mamaya ibigay ko na yung Zoom for Saturday, 8 a.m. It's free naman. Yung mga nauna lang kasi nag-sign up, yun yung may opportunity na makakuha ng big discount in case magustuhan nila yung program. Kasi may nagtatanong, hinihingan daw sila ng payment details. Yes, kasi just in case, pag-proceed kayo, madededuct yun sa July. Pero kung hindi nyo naman nagustuhan, you can unsubscribe. The important thing is marami kasi kayong marireceive na any link papunta dun sa mga susunod na webinar. Series of webinar yon. 3 beses o 4 na beses sa isang buwan ang webinar after January 27. So yun yung sinasabi ko na mag-fill up lang kayo. Kung di nyo nagustuhan, you can unsubscribe. Clear ba yon? Kasi almost puno na yung slot. Tapos pag nagustuhan nyo, manghihinayang kayo doon, sayang. Dapat nakuha ko na. Kaya nga, inuulit ko yung format niya. Hindi kasi siya malinaw doon sa website So, kailangan kong i-reiterate sa inyo kung ano yung process. Pero nakalatag na yung program from January to May. Tapos, yung polling questions ko kung saan pupunta si Larry, tsaka si Joe, tsaka ako, kung sinong may pinakamadami, Davao, Cebu, kung sino man yung pinakamarami, doon kasi pupunta. So, kung may hiningi ako information kung saan yung gusto, pakisagutan para doon kami magbe-base. Clear ba yon? Okay. Nagtatanong ulit kanina sa mga AU, wala pa po kaming Skype, wala pa po kaming link. Wala pa po kasi po ang link ibibigay po sa after ng webinar para hindi po kayo ma-overwhelm. May Skype po yan, may classroom po yan. Sabay-sabay po yan by 1 to 5 p.m. sa Saturday and Sunday. Clear po ba? All good? Ayan. So sana yan lang. Yan lang naman and ang bilis lang. And unless meron pa kayo ibang question. Ano pa ba? Wala na, yun lang. Yung AU lang, tsaka yung announcement na sa Jumpstart by Monday. By Saturday. Okay? Yung mga humabol, sorry naman. Sa recording na lang kayo. Sino ba nakapag-screen share nung ng question? Okay na? Sige, pwede na ako umuwi. Nasa gabi na po kasi. Okay na tayo. Mabilis lang. Nasanay sa 40 minutes lang to. Okay, may question? So, sige, thank you so much, guys. I have to go na din. Gabi na.
Ayan.
Yan.
Tomorrow, meron pa rin po tayo bukas. Free
Bukas,
webinar.
kasama ko ngayon yung speaker. Marami siyang ibibigay na free webinar sa mga susunod sa atin. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Saan ako mag-leave? Ba't gano'n? Hindi ako makapag-leave. Bye-bye.
Pindutin mo, coach, yung
Paano ka alis? Sige ba?
yung yung end o kaya yung
na ako.
Naka ka tab? iPad?
Naka-iPad Sige, i-leave
May
mo na
phone
din.
dyan, coach.
Nasyungan na ako. Paano siya gagawin? Basta uwi na ako. Bye.
Recording na dyan.
Bye, ingat.
Bye.
Bye.